Welcome into Kitchen Talk Pickleball Edition. I'm your host, Caitlin Miller, and this week joining us is Jose Moreno. He's with USA Pickleball. Jose, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And I know you guys have a lot going on, but a lot of these golden ticket events are happening, including your first one happening in Tucson this month.
Yeah, we just finished one in San Diego a month and a half ago. We at USA Pickleball will be operating five. We have 18 golden tickets in total, but we've got one here in Tucson coming up, March 26th through the 30th, and we're excited to bring our first golden ticket down there.
Yeah, I love that. And for those people who might not know what a golden ticket, event is, can you explain what that exactly means?
Yeah, so a golden ticket is the singular path that you can take to be able to get to the national championships. The USA Pickleball National Championships is held every year in the fall, and right now we've got 18 qualifying tournaments taking place from New York to Florida to California to Arizona, Colorado. And that's where athletes compete and try to earn their spot to get gold to be able to qualify and go to nationals.
Yeah, which is awesome. Such an amazing experience. And so, what would you say are so special about these, golden ticket events?
Yeah, I mean, the golden ticket events and the national championships is, really from the amateur experience, it's second to none. And these tournaments were built for the amateurs to be able to showcase them and highlight them in a positive way and be able to, showcase what great talents we have all across the country. But, at these tournaments, you're going to see, top tier refereeing, you're going to see top tier facilities. At USA Pickleball, all of our tournaments are refereed every single match. We've got some really nice player gifts that we give when you come in and participate. And, I just think that when you look at tournaments all across the country, there's amazing ones. But when you look at ours, it's all about the amateur. And it's really about coming from the athlete perspective and how we can make it special for you, from everything from your parking to, the registration process, to the swag that you get, to the facilities that we play at, to the referees. We try to make everything top notch.
Awesome. And how did you guys, I know this is the first time it's happening in Tucson. How
Yeah.
did you choose this location?
Yeah, we've got some markets are bigger than or smaller, and Arizona is a top five market for us as it relates to our memberships. But oftentimes we get requests from folks that say, "Guys, you're always going to the big cities. Let's come to some of those middle market ones." And Tucson was one that we looked at and identified that we've got a pretty good membership base there. But also the city of Tucson was really great about having us come out there. They were supportive and they helped us out, even economically, to be able to make sure that we can bring a tournament like this to the town, because it is special. And I could say that even just talking with Tucson is they're often felt like they were maybe snubbed by Phoenix, for events, or the fact that we're bringing something down to them, they're excited for it. So they've been amazing to work with, and we're excited to have our tournament down there.
That's awesome. And obviously, I mean, you must love pickleball, right? You work for USA Pickleball. So tell me a little bit about your story and just kind of how you found this sport.
Yeah, and I've been so blessed and fortunate to work in sports my whole career, starting off in the NBA world, whether it was with the Denver Nuggets or Phoenix Suns, and transitioned later into the college football space. I was with College Football Fiesta Bowl for almost 10 years. And so sports has always been something that has been really important to me, something I've always valued in my career. And fortunately, about 2 years ago, an opportunity came to come be the CMO of USA Pickleball, and I was playing already individually, and so to be able to come in and work for a sport that I loved playing personally, it was a win-win. And to be able to see the impact that we can have in the millions and millions that are playing across the country and across the world, it's something special. It's a multi-generational sport. I don't have to tell that to anybody listening to this. Is you can play that with your grandpa, you can play it with your sibling. I play with my 6-year-old son, and there's not many sports that you can say that you can go out and pick up a paddle and a ball and go have some fun, whether you win or lose. It doesn't matter who you're playing with. There's not many sports that you can do that.
And what about like too, I mean, what is your favorite part about working in pickleball? Do you think it's also like the culture? Obviously, it's amazing because I feel like it's like you said, all abilities, all ages you can play this sport with. But I feel like having worked in a lot of sports too, there's just something really special too about the pickleball community.
Yeah, the people are absolutely amazing, and we kind of have a joke in our offices that, be prepared that if you're wearing a USA Pickleball jacket or backpack into the airport, you're going to get stopped. And 10 out of 10 times, you're always going to get stopped when somebody sees that logo and they want to just, connect with you. And I love hearing the stories. And I think that's my favorite part is I've heard everything from, hey, I'm a widower now, but I found love again, through this sport, or I've lost 200 pounds playing pickleball, or some of my best friends and closest relationships have come out from playing this sport, or even those that had never played before and now are competing at our national championships. It's a connector, and that's what I think this sport is so beautiful is it can connect people from different walks of life. I mean, not many times. I mean, I'll play on Sundays with a group of guys. We're all dads, but we'll play against, gosh, 67-year-olds, and we get our butts kicked. And
Yeah.
but we love just hearing the stories, right? I love hearing how they got into it. We're kind of the new school of folks that are playing, and it just connects people and brings people together. And as I said, there's not many sports that can do that.
I love that. No, the stories are like so inspiring. Just interviewing, people here on a weekly basis. It's just amazing to hear. Honestly, like now I've had, I think the youngest guest was 11 years old. And then, the oldest was someone probably a grandparent's age. And it's just, it inspires me, just hearing people's stories and how it's given them a second chance in some capacity. And that's something, I mean, you guys are doing with USA Pickleball, with USA Pickleball Serves. So tell me a little bit about what you do to also give back to the community.
Yeah, what many people may or may not know about our organization is one, as a nonprofit organization, our mission is to grow this sport, and we're committed to growing the sport. We're committed to growing it across the community. And last year, we launched our USA Pickleball Serves, and I always tell people is this is really the why behind us. This is our commitment to the community, our commitment to the pickleball community, and everybody that is a member, a portion of your membership goes to support these initiatives that we do. So we do that by way of court enhancements, and we are growing and helping build courts all across the country. Every year we donate a couple of courts in either underserved communities or highly densely populated communities. We do youth programming, so we really focus on how do we grow the sport of pickleball among our youth. And then we do inclusive play. How can we help support pickleball for all? And that's really our new marketing campaign too, is pickleball is for all. And so a portion of all memberships will go back to supporting this. And we have a grant program that we launched this last year as well. We just did our first grant. We'll have two of them where we just impacted 200,000 youth and adults in the sport of pickleball through our grants. And this is providing equipment for people across the country that might not have ever had the chance to play. It's getting paddles in the hands of kids that may not be used to being active. So for us, that's what this is about. I mean, I've told our staff this when we launched it is if we have one success story of a child that is now out, getting healthier and getting out and being active and playing the sport of pickleball, we've done our job. We've won. We've succeeded. Fortunately for us, we're hearing success stories come in the millions. And with USA Pickleball Serves, we're going to continue on that journey to help grow the community in the sport of pickleball, and that's across the entire country.
That's amazing. And I think too, with some of the events, like the golden ticket events, that's where like some of the proceeds go right towards equipment donations and things like that that go back to these kids in these communities.
Yeah, every single golden ticket that we do kind of a give back with them. So whether it's a clinic that we're hosting, we did one in San Diego and we went to a middle school there. We had 70 middle school students, and then we also when we left, we gave the PE department a full, all brand new paddles, balls. And he said, pickleball is huge in San Diego, so these things are getting used and worn and torn. So we want to leave a little lasting legacy where we can. When we're in Mesa, we're doing something really cool. This is a new one. We're inviting all of our members and athletes that are competing at the tournament to be able to come, and we're going to stuff pickleball bags with paddles, balls, and handwritten notes that are going to go to foster kids that are in group homes and in agencies across the state of Arizona. So just to get them exposed to the sport a little bit more. We're down in Tucson. We're going to be doing a clinic with Special Olympics, and we're also going to be doing a clinic with a Title I middle school in Tucson. So, our goal, as I said, is we want to lift and grow this sport, and we want to get it to the masses, and especially in the youth.
And having going around and working, building courts, providing equipment and resources. Where do you see like the biggest need in pickleball? Is it schools or programs not having coaches, not having equipment, not having court accessibility? Like, what do you think kind of needs to change and grow in the pickleball industry?
think it's a combination of it all. This is still very much a new sport, and
Yeah.
what I say that in the sense of mainstream. It's been around since 1965, but it hasn't really become as mainstream until the last, call it, 5 to 8 years. And now it's so widely popular, and so having access to your point, is to the courts, to the equipment, to the coaches. We are at USA Pickleball trying to combat that. We've built out the curriculum for youth, for inclusivity, for wheelchair division. We've built out all that curriculum that we're giving out to schools and nonprofits across the country. We're giving out equipment for you to be able to get paddles in kids' hands. But really, I think it's just access to it all. There is a low barrier right now. Fortunately, you can go on and get a paddle for $5 to $10, but $5 to $10 for a kid is still a lot of money. So I think that the more you can support, our efforts at USA Pickleball Serve to know that it's going to get into the right hands, the better off that we're all going to be in this sport, that we can grow it at, appropriately. Now, anybody that wants to do their own part and go and do it's great. Work with nonprofits, work with schools. Every school that we've ever come in contact with, they either have a program and it's the most popular PE program, or they've always wanted to start it. They just don't have the funds to be able to get the initial kickstarting of that equipment. And that's really what we're trying to do with USA Pickleball Serves.
And with USA Pickleball, just, tracking memberships and just how many people are registering for these events and tournaments. I mean, how much has this sport grown just, within the last few years?
Well, I mean, 3 years in a row we're the fastest growing sport in the country, 150 plus year over year growth. And we're seeing it. We see it not just in our memberships, but also in our brands and our corporate partners and people that want to be involved in the sport. We're seeing it from those that are engaging with us on social media. We're seeing it across the board, exponential growth, where I think that what we're seeing is the trend is it's getting younger and younger. You go back 10 years ago and this sport was probably perceived as a 55 and over retirement community sport, where now this has become part of everybody's daily social interactions with their friends, their community. We see it among our memberships too. Is the 25 to 35 year olds is one of our fastest, if not our fastest growing demographic of members that are coming into the family. So for us, the growth has just been a rocket ship, and it's great. And now I will say it's got its set of challenges. When you're serving the millions and upon millions of players, you're not always going to be able to um, meet the needs of every single person, right? But we're trying to do what's right for everybody and make the best decisions for them, especially as the governing body is. We want to make sure that we're here to support you. But they're in a different place in their own journey, but it is growing fast, very, very fast.
Where do you see pickleball in 10 years? Do you see it in the Olympics? Do you see it as a collegiate sport or a varsity high school sport? What do you think the trajectory is there?
Sure, I think everything you just listed, if you don't have a goal, it's just a wish, right? And so for us at USA Pickleball, if we want to really grow this sport, absolutely, we believe this should be in the Olympics one day. This should be a collegiate sport. This should be a varsity sport in high school. And we're seeing it now more and more in elementary and middle schools as everybody is playing it in PE. Why not now have this as a varsity sport that people can go and compete and then eventually get a scholarship for? I think that is the direction it will go. Heck, if we have anything to do with it, we're going to continue on this path of growing it and getting it in front of as many people as we can. But the more and more that it gets exposed to people, this is going to become, if not it is already, this is America's really just favorite casual pastime, if you will, something that you can do among your friends and your family. And we love that we are the fastest growing sport. We want to make sure that everybody is playing it. We just need more. We need more courts, right? We need
Yeah,
more places for people to go in and play. And the more that we work with cities and HOAs across the country to help lobby and support those initiatives, the more that we're going to continue to grow as a whole.
definitely. I mean, I think that is the biggest challenge. I'm in Nashville. We have several pickleball players, and we just got our first facility literally like 2 months ago. So it's crazy. And I really just for the affordability aspect, like I would love to see, more cities implement pickleball courts, or even if there's unused tennis courts. I feel like, that happens all the time in random parks. Like it'd be so nice to see more accessibility to pickleball courts, especially at an affordable rate too.
Yeah, well, we agree, and we have a whole division within our organization that supports these, HOAs and communities and facilities that are looking to get built. Because to your point is, having the chicken and pickles of the world and a lot of these, restaurant pickleball spots, they're great and we love them. But
Yeah,
there's something to be said about having community parks where it's free for people to come in and play. I mean, that's the birth of it. That's where it started. This is everybody go out, have fun, put your paddle up on the fence, and get your next match in there. But we want to continue to help those communities to grow it and build them, and they're coming. I think more and more people are seeing that, hey, if we've got a couple tennis courts that are not being as used, let's convert those. Right? We can fit a
right.
couple pickleball courts on them if we, just give us those tennis courts. And we love tennis. There's nothing against it at all. But also, if they're sitting dormant, we want to make sure that we can use them and utilize them in the way that people can have some fun playing some pickleball.
Exactly. No, I totally agree. And if someone's listening and wants to become a USA Pickleball member or sign up for a golden ticket event, how do they go about doing that?
Yeah, usapickleball.org. That's the best way to start. And we have three membership types. That's something just to keep in mind is you may not be ready to be in your pickleball journey of to go be in competition for the national championships, but we have a casual member where you can go and play in leagues and really still be exposed to what we're doing here at the governing body, or you have a free membership, right, that you can go in and still just learn. And I'm sorry, Challenger is our mid-level, casual is our free one. Casual is allows you to be still get content on from USA Pickleball. Challenger allows you to still be able to go in and compete and play in leagues. And then Champion allows you to be able to go play in tournaments. So wherever you're at in your pickleball journey, we've got a membership for you. But we always tell people is at the very least, go be a casual member. Just join up. It's free. Get you into the funnel, get exposed to the content that's being sent to you. And then when you're ready to grow and get your membership to that challenger level and start to play in some leagues, join that. And when you're ready to compete in tournaments, come join the champion level. So we've got something for everybody.
Awesome. And I know you guys obviously have that golden ticket event coming up soon next week in Tucson. And then following that, there's several others happening across the country right ahead of the nationals in the fall.
We do, yeah. We're going to go to Mesa, and then our friends at APP, they have one in Fort Lauderdale. We've got Kansas, we have Overland Park in Kansas. We've got New York, Greensboro, North Carolina. We're going to Silicon Valley, Colorado Springs, and Newport Beach. So
Oh, okay.
depending on what side of the country you are, there's a lot of opportunities to go in and compete. And
No, yeah.
well, I was just going to say, and whether you've competed or not, I think oftentimes people think I can only compete if, I'm the best of the best of the best, and it's intimidating. It's not. We have a lot of people that come in and this is their first time, and whether you get gold or not, it's still just a really fun time to be around the pickleball community.
And in order to compete in nationals, do you need to win a golden ticket?
You do, yeah. So you need to have your golden ticket. So gold, it kind of goes in the priority of if you get gold, then you have pre-entry into the nationals, and then we
Okay.
will go down depending on how many spots are left. We'll go down to silver and then bronze. So what you'll find is people will compete in multiple golden tickets because they might get a gold in singles, but they want to get one in mixed doubles. And so gold is the ultimate goal of where you want to be.
Awesome. And I mean, for someone who hasn't been to one of these events, I know you said, on the court it's amazing because there's referees, high quality, but kind of what is the atmosphere like at these
So
events?
very inclusive. I think that's the best way I can describe it. Is it's much like when you're playing out at a park. Is it's very inclusive. It's I would say that just the level of play is it is good. These are some of the best that are competing to be national champions. But I love the fact that our referees. It doesn't matter what rating you're at. It doesn't matter if it's your first time or your 100th time. our referees are always there to be a champion for you, to help support you, help guide you along the way. They're there to make sure that we're putting together a professional match, and so they're going to be good advocates and help supporting you in this when you're competing. But our staff, we love being out there. For us, this is our time that we get to FaceTime with all of our members. So it's going to be a very supportive and inclusive tournament for all of our members competing.
Awesome. And it was just so amazing too to learn more about the USA Pickleball Serves. If someone's, listening and either wants to donate equipment or just make, monetary donations, is there a way to do that on the website?
There is, yeah, you can go to our USA Pickleball Serves site, and on there you can make a donation, and all those funds will go back to be able to get equipment into kids' hands across the country.
And on the other side of the things, let's say I work for a school or a program, that would like to receive some donations. Is there a way to sign up or, let you guys know as well?
There is, yeah. You can go on USA Pickleball Serves, and there is interest forms on there. We do have a lot of our information about our grants. So we do have multiple grants that come out each year. So I would encourage any schools, any teachers, educators out there that are looking to get pickleball into their school or nonprofit, go on there and just learn a bit more. As I said, we gave out 54 grants this last at the beginning of the year and impacting 200,000 kids and adults through our grant program. So we want to get this and grow this across the country.
Well, Jose, it's been so awesome. If anyone's, listening to this, definitely sign up to become a USA Pickleball member or look out for those golden ticket events. They are so much fun. But thank you so much for coming on the
Yeah.
podcast and stay tuned to see who will join us in the kitchen next time.